In the 10th century, the rebellious samurai Taira no Masakado defied the imperial government, but his death was only the beginning. According to legend, the bones of his fallen warriors never found peace, and their restless spirits fused into something terrible. A massive skeleton called the Gashadokuro, haunting the battlefields they once fought on. The Gashadokuro was born from famine and war, when countless dead were left unburied. Their bones, abandoned, became filled with grief and rage. Over time, these tormented souls fused into towering skeletal giants, driven by an endless hunger. The Gashadokuro stalks the night, always searching, always hungry, a reflection of the suffering that gave them life. One of the earliest known legends involving the Gashadokuro dates back over 1,000 years to the rebellion of Taira no Masakado. Masakado led one of the most infamous revolts against the Heian imperial government, declaring himself the new emperor of a breakaway eastern Japan. His defiance threatened the stability of the ruling class, leading to his eventual downfall. After Masakado was killed for his revolt, his daughter, Takeyasha Hime, continued his cause through sorcery. According to the legend, Takeyasha Hime summoned a giant skeleton from the bodies of dead soldiers. This massive creature is often considered to be a Gashadokuro. This creature's rattling bones are a warning. That dry clatter carried on the wind is a sure sign of doom. It echoes from far away, and as the creature draws closer, the sound grows louder, a grim signal that death is approaching. Fittingly so, the name Gashadokuro comes from the Japanese words gasha, meaning the rattling sound of bones, and dokuro, meaning skull. The Gashadokuro are creatures of the night, appearing only when darkness falls. Their skeletal forms blend seamlessly with the shadows, making them nearly invisible under the cover of night. Legends speak of them striking without warning. Those caught in a Gashadokuro's grip are crushed and consumed, but no matter how many lives it takes, the creature's hunger is never satisfied. Driven by the agony and rage of the souls that formed it, the Gashadokuro wanders endlessly, its insatiable hunger compelling it to seek out its next unfortunate prey. Many tales speak of eerie encounters with the Gashadokuro, often centered around lone travelers who wander too far into forsaken lands. One such story tells of a weary traveler lost in the desolation of an ancient battlefield as darkness sets in. The air is thick and still, yet there's an unnatural chill that grips his skin. He quickens his pace, but the silence is soon broken by a faint sound carried on the wind. A distant rattle, almost imperceptible. At first, he convinces himself it's a whisper of trees in the breeze, but as he walks, the sound grows louder. The rattling is unmistakable now, like bones grinding against one another. His heartbeat quickens. What was once distant is now closing in, its chilling echo surrounding him from all sides. The traveler's breath hitches in his throat as his eyes widen in horror. Emerging from the darkness is a monstrous silhouette, a giant skeletal figure towering far above him, its eyes hollow but somehow burning with an eerie spectral light. The rattling intensifies as the Gashadokuro takes deliberate steps forward, its bony hands outstretched like the claws of death itself. Panic floods the traveler's veins. His legs feel leaden with fear, but instinct propels him forward. He stumbles and falls, but scrambles back to his feet, running as fast as his shaking legs will carry him. The ground trembles beneath him with each thunderous step the Gashadokuro takes, drawing even closer, its rattling bones piercing through the darkness like a macabre symphony of death. Just as a monstrous hand reaches out to seize him, the traveler dives into the dense forest, branches whipping against his skin, his heart pounding wildly in his chest. He dares not look back until the rattling fades into nothingness. Though he has escaped, he knows he will never truly be free of the terror that stalked him in that cursed battlefield. Another Japanese story tells of a small tight-knit village nestled between the mountains and the forests, where life had always been simple, until terror began. At first, it was the livestock that vanished, leaving behind only trampled earth and broken fences. But soon, it was the villagers themselves. A mother's desperate cries for her missing son echoed through the streets. A farmer was found with his barn crushed to rubble. Whispers spread of a giant skeleton wandering the hills, its dreadful rattling bones heard on nights when the moon was veiled in clouds. Fear gripped the village, and every door and window was tightly shut long before dusk. Yet, the Gashadokuro came, night after night, taking more lives, leaving destruction in its wake. It seemed unstoppable, and despair spread like a plague through the village. Desperate for salvation, the village elders sought out a wise monk who lived in the mountains far from the reach of the terror. The monk listened solemnly to their pleas, his brow furrowed in thought. Sensing the torment of restless spirits at the root of the village's misery, he agreed to help. Arriving in the village, the monk set to work immediately. He walked the periphery, placing sacred talismans at key points and chanting ancient prayers meant to calm the raging spirits. On the first night after his arrival, the villagers held their breath as a familiar rattling of bones filled the air. But something was different. Though the Gashadokuro appeared, its power seemed diminished, its enormous form more translucent than before. The monk continued his rituals night after night until finally, the giant skeleton dissolved into nothingness, its vengeful energy spent. The village, once paralyzed in fear, was free at last. Though the people returned to their lives, they would never forget the monk's bravery, nor the monstrous skeleton that had stalked their nights, feeding on their fear and their souls. The Gashadokuro is one of the most frightening figures in Japanese mythology, and I hope you enjoyed our retelling of its legend. This is just one of the many stories we tell here. Subscribe for more amazing tales from around the world.